Hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please subscribe and follow us for more videos when we talk about education opportunities in Ireland and when I share experience about what I have learned from living in Ireland as a South African. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. So on today's video, we're gonna talk about how migrating to Europe is like an opportunity but not a guaranteed success or not a guaranteed breakthrough as other people take it. So this is what I'm going to cover on this video today. So let's start on why did I decide to do this video today. So I have two clients that were contacting me asking me, is it worth it to come to Ireland with everything that is happening on the news? Because some people, they watch the news, they follow things that are happening around. So I know there's a guy that passed away in Dublin Street, the black guy, and that thing is breaking down on the news and everyone is talking about it. And there's a lot that is happening in Dublin and in UK. So and also one of the clients passed me or sent me a video of a girl that is in the UK. The girl was actually saying she has been living in the UK for long. I don't remember the years, but it's like she's been living there for like a while. Then all of a sudden they just cut her visa. So they didn't renew the visa for her. So now she was crying, complaining, how fair is this that I left, the way she's saying it, she left Nigeria and lived in South Africa. And at some point, UK was offering better opportunities for migrants. Then she left South Africa to go to work to the UK. Then when she got there, she did her life, she did everything right, no crimes, no criminal records, no anything wrong. But her visa just got cut, and she has nowhere to go anymore because she says Nigeria is not a safe country. That's what she was saying on the video, and she can't go back to South Africa because I don't know why. She was explaining, the video was a bit long. So from that I got to understand how, of course, my clients will be worried about that, and how people that we share information to, they might take it on their side, because sometimes when you are not on the ground seeing things happening on the other side, they look more scary. It looks like, oh, this is the end of the world. So I want to explain all this so that you get to understand, if you are migrating to another country, it's not winning lotto, it's not a jackpot, it's not a breakthrough that now your whole life has been changed. Because what I feel is that most Africans, once they manage to go to Europe, they feel like they have overcome, I don't know, whatever, and they have that breakthrough. Now everything is just going to be easy for them. Life is just going to now work out and everything is done. There's that feeling of breakthrough, which is not really there. I have been there as well. When I first moved from South Africa to Ireland, I felt like, okay, breakthrough. All my problems are gone. All the problems that I once had, they are gone, and now I'm in a better country. I'm in a better state. And I feel like this is because of the way social media, or the way Europe itself sells us as Africans a story of safety, a story of better world, a story of opportunities. At some point in my life, I would say I once thought that Europe is like heaven and being in Africa is like hell. That's what I used to think when I was growing up. I'm sorry to use these words, but they sound so wrong. But that's what I was thinking as a child. To find out when you get to Europe that, okay, this is just a land like where I was. It's even on other things, being in Africa is actually better than being in Europe. On other things, being in Europe is better than being in Africa. So this is just a world, and this is a place where you can just live, while at least you can also go back in Africa and live. This is why you see a lot of people that say, I have lived in Europe for 10 years, 20 years. I'm now relocating back to Zimbabwe. I'm now relocating back to South Africa, especially people that come from the southern side, I have heard a lot of them saying, oh, is it because they are around me? I have heard a lot of them saying, I'm relocating back to Zimbabwe. I'm going back to Zimbabwe. I've been working in UK for this long. I'm going back to Zimbabwe. So at some point when you are on the other side, you're like, is this person crazy? Why would they leave heaven to come to live in this area? I would never do that. I would never leave Europe to come back to Zimbabwe. But people are doing it. This shows you that this is not like a breakthrough or a lottery that you win and your life changes all of a sudden. It's not like that. So as I said, that there is bad to it and there's also good into it. So when you're thinking of migrating to Europe, this is what I want you to put in your mind. Look at the reasons why you want to migrate, and as you get to it, look at the opportunities that are going to work for you. I like comparing everything to a business, because migrating, being a migrant in another country, guys, it's like doing a business, it's like running a business. So when you get to Europe, first things first, you must be willing to upgrade yourself, go to school, change your life. Otherwise, you're gonna get stuck at some point. So there are other people that migrate or relocate from Zimbabwe to UK or to Europe or to Ireland. And when they get there, they feel like they have achieved their goals and achieved their dreams. What they want now to do is just to relax and expect, I don't know, certain benefits from the government, certain support from the government. And some of those people, they are the ones that feel more entitled than the Europeans themselves. So you come all the way and you want now the government to take care of you. It sounds so wrong, but I have heard a lot of people that are like me. You are black like me. You left Africa to Europe. Now that you are here, you're like, I can't work. This weather is too bad. This weather is it's too much for me. I can't work. Some people, they would even make excuses about the problems that they had after giving birth. Since I gave birth to my child, my leg is not well and I have problems. Now I can't work anymore. Now I can't do this. And because now you have papers, especially if those that have stem 4, those that have stem 5, those that have because some people are naturalized already, those that have citizenships, I would say the number, that a large number that I have seen, they don't want to work anymore, because they feel like, okay, I managed to come here, now I got to be here, now I have to relax, and the hard work is all done. But then that's not, and the other thing, they want to brag for the ones in Africa to say, look, I'm using an iPhone 17, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. Guys, I have to talk about this because this is what's happening around them. So now you have to brag. They focus on how they dress, they focus on using iPhone 17, they focus on the car that they drive, they forget about building themselves, building their careers, opening a business, being productive, being proper successful. Because remember, being a migrant in another country doesn't give you the permanency. Yes, you can get to be naturalized and you feel like, now I'm part of them. I am part of this society now. I have a red passport that I'm using. But remember one thing, no, even if you have that red passport, even if you have been staying in Europe or UK for 10 years, if any mistake happen and you get yourself involved in crime, whether you did it or you didn't do it, because as humans we can be angry and we end up getting anger to control us, and we end up doing something that is wrong that we're not supposed to do. Don't ever think that they will say, oh, because you have a red passport, now you are a European, you are living here forever, they will deport you. There's a lot of stories, if you want to do your research, of kids that were born and raised in Europe for over 30 years, 40 years, when they committed crimes. They even follow that, oh, your parents were actually Zimbabweans, and you were born and you were raised your whole life in Europe, but because you have committed crime, we are deporting you to Zimbabwe, to where your parents are originally from. So this is another sign that there is no permanence into this. The only permanence that you have in your life is where maybe your parents were born or where your parents have been living their whole life. As long as you still have those roots, or you still have parents that were born in Zimbabwe, and you have been living in UK for 10 years, 20 years, it doesn't guarantee you permanence, that now whatever that happens, you are protected, you are safe. The only thing that guarantees you is your qualifications. What education level do you have? And the skills. Yes, you have the education level, but you can have a degree or even a master's degree or even a PhD, a doctorate in a career or a major that is not that much useful. So now the qualification level that you have, the skills that you have, are they on demand on that country? Because believe me, it's easy to give someone that is a doctor, to give them residence and to allow them to stay in the country. And no matter how much, you see right now that there's all these things going on around. We don't want migrants, we don't want black people, we don't want this and this and this and this. But the same time, that person that will be saying those things, when they get to the hospital and they are supposed to be treated, they have cancer, they have problems, they have what, and they bring a black person to treat that person. The person will never walk out of the hospital and say, I don't want to be treated by a black doctor because this doctor is black, this doctor is a migrant, this doctor is coming all the way from Africa, so I don't want them to. They will listen to the doctor, they will let the doctor treat them because the doctor is valuable, the doctor is needed. So in life, if you really want to be successful, make sure you build skills that are in demand, skills that are needed. Make sure that the country that you are in needs you more than you need them. That's how you overcome this thing. So instead of you, if you are already in Ireland, you are already in the UK, and you feel like you are living in fear because you have been working in UK for too long and you feel like they might not even renew your visa, renew this, listen to this right now. Build yourself, build your skills, be that person that they want and never want to let go. Do you understand that? Once you build to that level, no one is going to let you go because they need you. If you see UK saying we are cutting off visas, we are cutting off certain number of people, and you find yourself, it's it's so wrong again to say this, and you find yourself being one of the group that is being cut out, it means you are not needed anymore. And by the time they brought you in, that time they needed you. In this world, anyone, it sounds so wrong, but anyone, guys, can use someone if they want to gain or benefit from that person. This goes to everything, whether we're talking about education, relationships, your parents, even your own parents. If they want to gain something from you, they will use you, they will bring you closer. But the day they are done with you, they might just let you go and forget about you. So if this can happen to any relationship, to anyone, why would you think a country that puts certain rules, they should not change those rules because they will hurt your feelings if they change those rules? Why should they do that? Because they do what's best for their country. I'm not saying this is right, that some people, they can lose their visas at some point. I'm not saying countries should be changing, but every country in the world, they change visa laws, they change. It's up to them to decide what's best for the country. I'm sure if you were in that position as well, you were going to do the same decision that they are doing right now, to change some certain visas, to change certain job opportunities, and to change things, because they do what's best for them. They don't really worry about what's best for you. Yourself, you should worry about what's best for you, and you should position yourself to a point that another person will find it hard to let you go. Imagine you are in a business or you are in a company and you are one of the best employees. That company has to retrench other people because they don't have money to pay everyone that is in the company anymore. Do you think they will take the best employees and say, guys, we're letting you go because we can't pay everyone? No, they will keep the best and let the other ones that are not the best go. So if you are a migrant and you want to make it work, make sure you are the best. This is the only way to survive the situation and the cut. Otherwise, you might find yourself stuck after being 5 to 10 years in Ireland. And someone that is still in Africa and looking for opportunities to come to Ireland or come to UK, go to anywhere around the world, take that opportunity and use it wise. Don't be scared of what you see in the news, of what you see people doing. These people might be fighting illegal migrants. These people might be fighting people that come in the country in the wrong way. You are doing this in the right way. You are coming with education. You are here to change their country. You are here to be a doctor. You are here to be an engineer. You are here to be a nurse. You are here to save the country and to help. No one doesn't want that. And if you really want to do that the right way, you can do it. And if you do it right, no one is going to let you go. But the day you are ready to let go, because some people, they actually let go and say, I want to go back to Africa, then you can let go anytime you want. So this is what I wanted to talk about on this video, guys. I hope it brings that clarity. And it stops that fear of us being scared that I'm in Ireland and what if my visa gets cancelled tomorrow? Even if it gets cancelled, you move on with life. You have done this before, you have been doing it, you can still do better. You can go to another country, start a business, you can go to another country, use your qualifications that you already have. Myself, I'm not scared of anything. Even if tomorrow they come and say, pack your bags, leave Ireland, you no longer wanted in Ireland. I pack my bags, I go to another country where I feel like, okay, my career is gonna boom and my business is gonna boom, I'm gonna do well. Then life goes on. Nothing stops me from doing that. So that's what I wanted to share, guys, on this video. I hope this is very helpful to someone that was scared from what's going on all around them, whether you are in Africa or you are in Ireland at the moment. Thank you, guys. See you on the next video.